Right, so this is a quick tutorial on how to set up PolyMC to run modded instances of the game, specifically using the provided mod pack for the Yoru server. Um, this tutorial works more or less the same regardless of what kind of system you're on. So this is for computers only and not for console. First of all, you want to go to adoptium.net and pick up the latest release for your operating system. Download it, go into your downloads and run the executable to install the latest version of Java, the latest stable version that is. Next up, you want to find out what kind of CPU and GPU that you have. The CPU is your processor and the GPU is your graphics card. If you don't know this, then open up, I'd recommend Task Manager by pressing Control Shift Escape. And if you do that, you should get a tab like this where it says your CPU up at the top, Intel, and then there'll be another tab for the graphics card down here. Here it says NVIDIA. So that will easily tell you what brands you have. So for whatever brand you have, I'll provide these links for GeForce Experience if you have NVIDIA, AMD driver support utility if you have any AMD CPU or GPUs, and the Intel driver support assistant for the Intel CPUs or GPUs. So these, you just download them and run them and log in if you need to. The NVIDIA one requires you to create and log into an account and then download the latest drivers and occasionally check them to make sure they're up to date. But if you have all of these, then your system will be running nice and buttery. So lastly, you want to go and pick up PolyMC from the official website. Just press download now. Select your operating system. Assuming you're on Windows, get the installer, run the installer, and then go through the install process. It's very straightforward. If you've done all the previous steps, then you should just be able to select the recommended options with no trouble. When you get to PolyMC, you'll be presented with a screen similar to this. Obviously, I have my instances already here, but we'll pretend this is a fresh install. You need to go to the top right and manage accounts and log in with your Microsoft or Mojang account. Most accounts will be on Microsoft these days because they've forced a transition to that. Sign in and right click the empty space and click create instance. You have a large variety of Modpack providers such as CurseForge, AT-Launcher and Modrinth, but the Yoru server Modpack is hosted on Modrinth. If you just scroll down a tad, it's here, or you can use the search bar to search for Yoru. You can choose 1.18 or 1.19 versions. I just recommend the latest because that's what I keep up to date. Select the latest one and press OK. I'll then download all the mods and install the pack for you. There it is. It installed to this folder. Then you can just go ahead and press launch. You can double click it. You can press enter. Doesn't matter. Just keep in mind that the first launch takes a little longer than the ones after it. And just like that, you're in. You can launch the game. A couple tips for using the mod pack. Press K to enable shaders and disable. You can press X and F to enable FreeCam. X and R to enable full bright. X and T to enable the automatic tool switching. M to open the map. N to create waypoints. L to open Lightmatica. H to switch between different kinds of shaders. If If you open your inventory, you should see a little magnifying glass here. This is chest tracker, and every time you open a chest, it keeps track of what's inside of them. So if we go to someone's house, oh, don't know where I am. In a wall. When you open chests, it will keep track of what's inside of them. So then if you open chest tracker, you can search for those items and it will highlight the chest that they're in. And I found that one quite useful. All the other mods should work without any sort of tampering. We've got all sorts of quality of life features like item physics and optimizations in the background. So you should just be able to get on with it, enjoy the game. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was easy.